Hey, what's going on, guys? Logan from Mighty Reptiles here with the vlog that is being made on January 17th of 2018. I know YouTube's has just made some changes when it comes to the YouTube partnership and stuff like that makes it harder for small creators to actually get big enough to where, or not, doesn't make it harder for them to get bigger, but it makes it harder for them to attain the status of partnership and be able to put ads on their videos. And one thing that is the hidden thing that they've actually taken away from here is actually that when you make somebody take longer to get to partnership, the hidden thing with partnership is not the ads. It is just that YouTube, since they are not putting ads on your videos, they don't promote it as heavily as others. So when it's monetized, you'll see it dropped in recommended boxes a little bit more. So that is the big thing that hurts when it comes to being the smaller channels now that now have to reattain or now have a further goal when it comes to actually becoming a partner. So I am creating this video now, even if it doesn't apply to you when it comes to all of our reptile stuff that we do, that will help you grow your vlogging channel quickly so that you can become a partner too. Alright, so I have a few points when it comes to here, and there's going to be some that are actually a bit controversial because I know that there's people who are making videos already, and there's going to be some points that I'm going to be saying that may be against what you do. And I just want to preface it right now. I don't mean to, hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm telling you what I feel would help you accelerate your growth when it comes to your subscriber count, your view duration, and your just view count. And that is just what I'm going to be getting into right now. And if you haven't made a actual channel yet and you're aspiring to do so, I'm going to be touching on that as well if you're just looking for, if you're just researching before you start. So hopefully I don't offend anybody's feelings, but other than that, let's hop into our first point, and that is equipment. Just because you see me, Always Evolving Pythons, being Mike/Miguel, whatever you may call him by, or Brian Cusco, and I went in that order for a very specific reason. We all started out recording with our phones. That is something that we all did. You don't need to have the special cameras we do, whereas we all have the G7X, that's the only camera I have, and then Mike has his Canon 80D, and then he has his Canon Rebel SL2, and then Brian Cusco with his multiple camera angles, which I'm super jealous of and hope to start for myself. Whereas the production value has actually gotten higher as we've gone on. That is not required to start. It's not an expectation, because you are going to have to get used to recording anyways. So before I get too far into that little tangent there, I'm going to continue on this point of you can record on your phone. You don't need to have anything special really to go out and make videos. The joke in between me, Mike, and my dad, I'm pretty sure I've said this to other people, so sorry if I'm not mentioning you, is that we aren't anything special compared to anybody else in the reptile community. The only thing is, we have snakes just like you guys. The only difference is that we film them. That is the only thing that separates us from everybody else. There's nothing special here. Anybody can do it. You can do it with your phone, or even if you want to go out and get a camera, then good on you for getting the camera, but it can be done with the phone. It's seriously something that anybody can do, and it's very simple. Now, I'm going to preface something, and this is the part that's going to get a little controversial for this part, and that is, do not record like this. Record like this. The reason I say that is because YouTube's playback is 16:9. Those dimensions are width by height, and when you're recording tall waves, you're recording in 9:16, and that means that when you are filming something that may be tall, it is going to crunch something down that it was once had 16 spaces to fill. It's going to condense that into 9, and it makes everything really hard to see, and then it's going to distort it by giving it those black bars on the side. They're not going to extend out the 9 to make it fill 16. They're just going to take the 9 and then just fill in the extra 7 spaces with those black bars that you see on horizontally filmed videos. And that's one of the things that makes it harder to actually watch videos like that, is because it's just really hard to see. So it's very important to actually fill the YouTube screen, and that comes in it with thumbnails too, but that's for a different video. And yeah, it's just really big. Make sure you are filming horizontally. It's just very important. And let's just get right into the next point. So this next part actually pertains a little bit to the reptile community, but it still does go into just vlogging itself very much so, whereas your video is not just about your snakes, it is actually equally just about yourself. So whereas it doesn't, you're not just here for our bamboo pastel yellow-bellied girl here or our solar flare leopard gecko here either. You're here also for the person in front of the camera. So if you're recording only what is in front of you, you're losing a large part of the kind of the personability of your video, whereas your connection to the audience is really being cut because they're not seeing who's behind the camera. So you do want to actually make that jump and actually show yourself on camera, where I know this is kind of where people get a little bit shy. It's just something that you kind of have to do. There's no preparing for it. You just kind of have to make the jump and do it, and then you'll get used to it more and more over time. So here I actually have a clip from my very first vlog that I've put out here on YouTube, and just listen to the tone of my voice compared to what I'm doing now. Whereas I was talking with my throat as opposed to talking with my diaphragm, and you can really tell that the confidence level was not at the same place that it is now. So let's get right into that. Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're actually about to go pick up a snake rack and maybe a few snakes from our boy Mike's at Always Evolving Pythons. You know what that means? We gotta get that out of the trunk. So it's about a 2.5 hour drive, and we'll see you there. Alright, so as you can see, I was talking really soft because I didn't know how to talk to the camera. But now I've learned how to talk to the camera, and you're actually going to be able to hear me a lot more clearly, and it makes the video quality a lot better, and you don't have to strain yourself to actually be able to hear. But with the reptile community, you have to, it's not an equal amount where you have to show yourself and what's in front of you. That's one thing that we do have to balance. That's the one thing that makes this a little bit difficult, is knowing your balance. So one place that's really good to actually show this is that when you go to film an expo, I know I'm awful at this because I don't like putting cameras on other people, is actually not just recording the reptiles and not just recording yourself, but recording the animal and recording your reaction to the animal. So if somebody lets you hold one, this was just something that I know that I messed up on intently, where I showed you guys me holding the scaleless, but I didn't turn back around so you guys can actually see my reaction to the scaleless. Right. Scaleless, let's see. Wow, that is different.
I got a pickup for 2 leopard head clowns. 2 leopard head clowns, that's the main you're going to need to see right there.
Yeah. That is so different.
It's cool, isn't it?
Now, if only this camera is known for not focusing. So, let's see. This thing is just, I don't, it's like weird to put into words. You're right with the lip thing. And then I've heard one of my female friends relate to something else. So
yeah, I can see.
I can see the accuracy. Wow, this is just so different. So it is equally as important to film what is going on in front of you as it is recording you.
Move my hand away a second.
Yeah, I'll get
just so she relaxes. She has a happy face on her head. Do you see it? They're looking at it upside down.
Yeah. How do you like it?
I like it.
You're not in it, it's just your hands. Look at its little face. You're moving it too much, I can't focus on. Oh, it's so cute.
Move my hand away a second.
Yeah, I'll get
just so she relaxes. She has a happy face on her head. Do you see it? They're looking at it upside down.
Yeah. How do you like it?
I like it.
You're not in it, it's just your hands. Look at its little face. You're moving it too much, I can't focus on. Oh, it's so cute. So that's just something that you have to find your own balance for so you can get your flair. There are moments where you don't need to film yourself, kind of like our egg cutting videos, because that's not what those videos are about. Whereas I do feel like it would have helped a few times, so I'm actually going to start trying to get multiple camera angles, especially for that moment, kind of like the pandas, seeing our reactions, because man, that would have been awesome. But the big thing is is just be personable, be yourself, and just make videos on what you want, because especially with this longer wait that YouTube has imposed on you, you're really gonna have to be passionate about making these videos for yourself to actually grow to those requirements. So when you're coming out here and you're seeming forced, it's just going to appear on camera. So all you gotta do is just come out here and make videos on what you wanna make, and just do it for the right reasons, because it's going to come across to the viewers just that way. So one thing that is really important in the space of YouTube is that you're always going to be learning, because your audience interests are going to be changing, and you're going to find different ways to actually appeal to it. So you're going to need to be able to respond, whether if it's through comments and being able to vet through your constructive criticism that they're giving you, and actually being able to decipher the whole meaning of likes and dislikes. Because if you got upset over 5 dislikes, you don't know if the dislikes are people who genuinely disliked the video or people who disliked you, just being the haters. Whereas you're gonna see that if you go back on some of my videos or go back on some of Mike's videos, you're going to see that there are some dedicated haters out there. So if you're getting freaked out over a few dislikes, then you need to learn when, at what proportionality between likes and dislikes, you're gonna realize that change needs to be made. And that's just one thing that is really big, and especially when it comes to creating content, is being able to decipher those analytics and what the changes mean. Whether if it's in a good way or in a negative way, you need to be able to see what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong and how to adjust to it. So it doesn't mean it always has to be a drastic change. You could be doing the whole right, the big right thing, but you're just going about it the wrong way, and it'll rub off wrong on the camera or through the content to whoever's watching. And this leopard gecko is actively tickling the back of my neck, and it is making it hard to talk to you guys. But when it comes to that, it is just very important, because you and your audience need to be pretty close, or because if you distance, then you know you're losing your audience. So we know that we're not perfect at this. We're still working on it to this day. That's why if you notice, we now have a light facing in front of us, so it isn't as bad. It's not a great one. I still have soft lighting coming in, so I'll have studio lighting in here soon, so yay. But it's just one of those things you need to be able to adapt. And for the biggest thing is be yourself. There's a difference in between copying somebody and taking motivation from somebody, or being motivated by what somebody's doing. And you need to find the difference in between those two. And that's just so that you know that, so that you are being yourself, while you can still say that, you know, I want to do the stuff that Barchek does. I want to be able to film my animals and do daily vlogs and this and that, but put your own twist on it. Make sure that you're in fact being yourself and not shaping who you are to appear like Brian Barchek because he's succeeding. You need to stay true to yourself, because you will come off as ingenuine through the camera. It's just kind of how it is. People like real recognize as real, and if you're being fake, people will actually notice it and they'll be able to spot it out. It'll just rub wrong, like I was saying before. So yeah, not sure if I'm putting the right words in, but I hope I did get that one through to you guys. It's just be yourself, be genuine, just be who you really are, because you know you are going to be seeing these people you know, in real life at some point. You're not just going to be talking through the camera, and if you're a completely different person when you're in person versus on camera, it just really will have a disconnect there. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just very much comment down below if there's anything that you think that I missed, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. If you have any questions, I'll answer them, and then you can either actually put those questions down in the comments on Instagram or on Facebook. I'll respond to any of those. And if you guys want to see more of these videos, put that down in the comments, or show me by hitting that like button saying that you enjoyed it and you want more of this. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell to see when we upload. We're going to be giving away another ball python at 2,500 subscribers, so we are less than 100 away from that. So expect that video in the next couple days. So if you have not subscribed, do yourself a favor and give yourself a chance at winning another snake by going ahead and hitting subscribe down below and commenting on the video when we post it. So yeah, that will be coming up soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this new type of video. I just know that we all need to band together right now so that we can all succeed with these new coming changes, because there is a lot of small creators out there that are going to be hit by this that don't deserve it to really get them shipped away, because they really do deserve it, but their numbers are lesser than everybody else. So links down in the description, and always I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.